Hi, welcome to class. My name's Kelly. We'll be training your core today with bodyweight movements, a small ball or a cushion, a mat which you should lay out side onto me, and maybe some water for hydration. Let's get started with the warm-up. We'll warm up standing, and then we're going to head to the floor for lots of core. Bring your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders with your toes pointing straight ahead. Lengthen out through your waistline, soften your knees, pull your shoulder blades down and back. Lift and open your chest. Take your right hand up, press your hips forward, open the front of the body, hinge forward at the hips, sitting back, keep your knees soft. Left hand up, hips forward, open, extend, flex at the hips. Lift up, roll your shoulders back. Nice big circles. We've got some planks and a few things that are going to work your shoulders, so I want your shoulders nice and warm. Do 2 more circles. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, down. Squat down and up. Let's heat up the body with a set of squats. Start shallow, and as you start to feel yourself warming up and loosening up, go a little deeper. Sit back through your hips and keep your chest facing forward. 2 more. Now squat down, hold down, and reach across to the left. Do the same thing to the right. Release the heels, squat, reach across. Reach out level with your shoulder. 1 more each side. Go a little deeper in your squat, loosening up and warming up the hips. Now reach side to side. Reach across. Swivel the foot, releasing the heel. Reach out level with your shoulders. Thumb up. Pull back through your opposite elbow. Keep a proud chest. 8, 7. Reach all the way up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Big deep breath in. Take a hold of your right wrist. Pull up and over. Other side. Pull up and over. Do that 1 more time each side. Open to the front, framing your face. Bring your hands down. Roll your shoulders back. Step your feet wider. Toes turn out. Squat down. Opening through your inner thighs. Drop your right shoulder down as you press the right knee back. Look up over your left shoulder. Go to the other side. Press the knee back. Look up over your right shoulder. Repeat that, loosening the hips and your upper back, your thoracic spine. Come to the center, press both knees open, squat a little deeper, lift up, and turn your heels out so your feet are wide and your toes are pointing straight ahead. Shift across to the right, sitting back. Now press your hips forward and open through the front of your hips. Shift across to the left, sitting back, and lift up. Let's repeat that. Shift to the right, hold, and lift up. Press the hips forward. Shift to the left, hold, and lift up. Now bring your feet a little closer together. Keep your knees soft. Circle your hips in one direction. Nice big circle. Keep your chest lifted. Go the other way. Just loosening your hips. 2 more circles. Take a big deep breath in. Reach up. Pull down with your right elbow. Reach up left. Inhale up. Pull down with your left elbow. Reach up right. Inhale up. Exhale and open. Pull your elbows down and back. Opening your chest. Hands come down. Roll the shoulders. And let's come down to our mat and get ready for a plank. So we're starting with a plank. I'm starting my timer. We're going to do each move for about 45 seconds. We're going to do 2 sets of 3 moves. There's 3 different sequences of 3 moves. All right, coming down onto your mat. Come onto your forearms. Walk your knees back. Tuck your toes under and shift your shoulders forward and brace your core. Now lift the knees and tap the knees. Lift the knees and tap the knees. So you straighten your legs and then you tap your knees down. This plank is pretty challenging. So if you feel like you're getting to the end of your strength, stay on your knees. Lift and tap the knees. Keep the back of your head lifted so you're staying long through the front of your body. Lift and tap the knees. Do one more. Lift and tap the knees and come down onto your knees. Walk your knees forward and come up onto your hands. We're going to do a bird dog. Have your hands with your fingers spread directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. Take one arm and the opposite leg and stretch out. Out, hold, hold, and come down. Same side again. Out, hold, hold, and come down. But can we keep doing the same side? And come down. Now make sure you're breathing. Reach out. Level with the body. Thumb up and come down. Keep your hips square and level. Imagine your torso was a cardboard rectangular box. Come down. Reach. And come down. Now just sit back and stretch your hands forward. Take a big deep breath, come up. Let's do the other side. Now, other hand and other opposite leg. Shoulders are directly over the hands, knees directly over the hips. Here we go. Stretch out and come down. Out and hold, 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 and come down. And again, out, hold, stretch, reach, and come down. Out, reach, breathe, and come down. Stretch to opposite ends of the room. Hold, and come down. Reach, out, hold, and come down. Okay, now just sit back for a moment. We're going to do a second set. Come forward onto your forearms, getting ready for that plank. Bring your shoulders over your elbows, tuck your toes under. Lift the knees up, tap the knees. Lift and tap. Keep going with that leg movement as you think about keeping the back of your head lifted so you're not dropping your head. The whole of the spine, including the neck, is aligned. You're not sagging in the middle or piking at the hips. Your core is braced firmly. Almost there. One more. Good. Come down onto your knees. Come up onto your hands. Let's do that bird dog. All right, get your knees underneath your hips and your hands underneath your shoulders. Press your shoulders down and back and brace your core. Opposite arm and leg stretches out. Here we go. Stretch, hold, hold, and down. Same side again. Stretch, hold, hold, and down. Keep going, same speed. Keep your hips square and level. Don't twist the hips. And down. Again, reach. Stretch out and reach to opposite ends of the room and come down. Stretch. Reach. Breathe and come down. Last one. Stretch. Reach. Hold and come down. Open the knees a little bit and sit back. Having a little stretch in between. All right, come back up. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Press your shoulder blades down and back. Other side, opposite arm and leg. Stretch. Hold. Hold. And come down. Stretch. Hold. Hold. And come down. Now keep your hips square and level. Reach to opposite ends of the room. Stretch out through your fingertips. Stretch out through your heel. Reach. Hold. Brace. And come down. And again, reach. Hold. Hold. And come down. Reach. Stretch. Hold. And come down. Okay, that's our first set. We're going to move onto our back. This is where you're going to need your ball or a small cushion. Come onto your side and roll onto your back. Take the ball in your hand that's closest to me. Pick your feet up like you're sitting in a chair. Bring the ball to the inside of your knee, other hand up. Stretch out. It's like a bird dog, but upside down. It's called a dead bug. Reach. Now push your hand into the ball, and in opposition, push your knee into the ball. Make sure there's no motion in your torso. You're stabilizing. Building stability is an important part of having a strong core. It protects your spine. 2 more. 1 more. Very good. Come onto your side. Bring your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Bring your legs back behind you in an L shape. Press your shoulder away from your ear. Side bridge. Lift up into a side bridge. Now this strengthens all the muscles underneath you here, your oblique muscles, your obliques. Reach your hand up. It also strengthens your shoulder. So breathe. Hold and hang on. You're more than halfway through the set. Keep your chest open. Breathe and hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go to the other side, but let's flip around onto the other side. So we just turn onto our side for the side bridge. Come onto your side, roll onto your back, bring the ball into the hand that's closest to me, place it onto the inside knee, other hand up, stretch, and come in. Now push your hand into the ball and push your knee in opposition into the ball. Stretch. No movement in the torso. Inhale and exhale as you bring the hand and the knee together. Press into the ball as much as you can. Stretch out. Brace your core so you feel all the muscles in the core engaged and holding. 1 more. Good, now roll onto your side for a side bridge. Feet together, knees stacked, press your shoulder away from the ear. Lift the hip for side bridge. Now you'll feel the muscles underneath. Take the hand reach up. Open your chest. And breathe. So strengthening and stabilizing, building stability in your core is very important for the health of your spine. That's one of the major functions of your abdominal muscles. And this is a really important exercise in building stability. Three, two, one, come down. Now we're going to do a bridge on our back. Come onto your back. It's a single-legged bridge. Bring the ball in between your knees and lift one leg up. Palms of your hands face up, roll your shoulders back. Lift the hip and lower the hip. Leave one leg in the air like you're sitting in a chair and squeeze through your inner thighs. Lift and come down. Are you breathing? I want you to exhale as you lift and inhale as you lower. Keep your hips square and level. Squeeze the ball in between your inner thighs. Inner thighs are actually part of the core. One more. Good, come down. Change sides. Lift the other foot off the floor like you're sitting in a chair. Have your foot that's going to be the working side close to your bottom. You ready? Here we go. Squeeze the ball. Lift and lower through the hips. Now with the ball in between your knees, you're going to get a big contraction in your inner thighs, but it's also going to make it a little bit more work to keep your hips square and level. So work on squaring off your hips. Press up and down. Hips square. Don't let one hip dangle. Keep them level. Squeeze on the ball and come down. Now, put your feet flat on the floor, lift your hips up and place the ball or the cushion right underneath your pelvis. So it's not under your lower back, it's under your pelvis. That's important, right at your sacrum. Bring the palms of your hands to face up, and now bring the legs up like you're sitting in a chair. You've got a little bit of a wobble, it's unstable. Brace your core. Now slowly lower one leg down and up. Other side. Down and up. No movement in the torso. You're not arching and or flattening the back. You want to make it a bit harder? Bend your elbows. Touch the heel down. For even more challenge, stretch your arms straight up. Once you've seen it, look straight up at the ceiling. Your core is firmly braced. Last one. Good. Put your feet down. Lift the hips. Pick the ball out and come onto your side. We're going to do an exercise called an earthquake. Place the ball between your pelvis and your ribs. Bend your bottom leg. Bring your hand behind the head and rest on your elbow. Other hand comes onto the side of the thigh, lift the leg. Now, lengthen the spine. You'll probably already feel a contraction right here. Now, if you want, you can lift the bottom elbow off and just hold and stabilize. Keep your shoulders square and your hips stacked. Don't let that top hip roll backwards. You can always bring the elbow back onto the floor for support. 3, 2, and come down. Stretch over, and then press up, sit facing me. Lean forward and wedge the ball right at your very lowest back, right like a bunny rabbit's tail. Lean back into the ball, bend your knees, and hold onto the front of your knees. Brace your core and lean back into the ball a little bit more. Bring your hands and reach them forward. Now you might start to get a little bit of a shake. The exercise is called earthquake, like the other one, sideline earthquake. This is seated earthquake. To make it more challenging, bring your hands up a little. Ooh, do you feel that? How about bringing your arms beside your ears? Keep your chest open. Your lower back is supported on the ball or the cushion. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, hands on the knees, lift up. Okay. Let's face the other direction. Come onto your side and roll back. Bring the ball back underneath your pelvis. Palms of your hands face up. Pick your feet up like you're sitting in a chair. Slowly lower, tap the heel and lift one leg and then the other. You want to make it more challenging? Bend your elbows. Just the upper arms are on the floor. More challenge still. Bring your arms straight up and just stabilize. Your core is braced. One more leg each side. One and up. Brace your core. One more. Good. Feet down. Lift the hips. Take the ball. Come onto your side and lift up. Now place the ball between your pelvis and your ribs. Bend the bottom leg underneath and have it in front of you. Lie down. Bring the hand behind the head. Rest your elbow. Other hand on the length of the thigh. Lift the leg up. Open the chest and then pick the elbow off the floor or leave it touching. Just as long as you're feeling a good strong contraction right here in your obliques. Now breathe. Make sure you're not leaning back with the hips. Keep your hips absolutely stacked. That's super important. Keep your chest open, long body. Breathe. Hold for 5, 3, 2, and come down. Stretch over. Now press up. Sit facing me. Knees bent, feet flat. Lean forward and wedge the ball right at your tailbone, like a bunny rabbit's tail, and lean back. Bend your knees a little more, bring your hands onto the front of your shins. Lean into the ball, lift your chest, release the hands. Now you can stay here, sweet and simple. You're still getting strong. But if you want to make it more challenging, bring your hands a little higher. If that feels doable and you want still more challenge, bring the hands all the way up beside your ears. Now breathe. Stretch the hands back. You might start to shake a little. The exercise is called earthquake, so it's not without a reason. And then your hands down, lift up. Take the ball out and leave it off to the side. Come onto your side and drop onto your back. Take your knees and hug them in. Let your tailbone curl up. Breathe. And just let your legs, give them a little wriggle side to side. Bring your feet onto the floor. Bring your arms out to the side in a T with the palms of your hands facing up. Slowly lower the knees to one side. And lift up. Lower to the other side. And lift up. Let's repeat that. Lower to the side. And lift up. Last one. Lower to the side. And lift up. Roll onto your side. And press up. Come onto all fours. Walk towards the end of your mat and stretch your arms all the way forward, keeping your hips high. Press your chest down. Stretching out through your shoulders. Stretch your fingers long and press down through your chest and shoulders till you feel a stretch through your armpits, and you'll feel a lengthening in your upper back. Now, come forward onto your tummy. Press up and stretch your abdominals. Lift your chest. Press your shoulders down and lift up. Sit back, open your knees, bring your toes together and sit right back. Stretching your arms forward and then come up. Come up to standing. First of all, come into all fours and then bring one leg forward. Bring your hands onto your thigh, tuck your toes under, and lift up to a squat. Hands on the thighs. Squat a little lower and then come all the way up. Roll both shoulders back. Do that again. Now separate your feet comfortably apart. Inhale, reach up, take your wrist. We did this one in the warm-up. Let's do it again. Stretch up and over. Lift up, other side. Take your wrist, gently pull and stretch up and over. Come up, pull your elbows back and bring your hands down and roll your shoulders back. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, hands come down. Circle your hips in one direction, keeping your knees soft as you do big hip circles. Now circle the other way. Keep your body upright and circle the hips below the shoulders. One more time. Now step wider, shift across to the right, press your hips forward and open through the front of your hips. Shift to the left and press your hips forward. Let's repeat that. Shift and lift and press your hips forward. Brace your core. Shift to the left and press your hips forward. Now bring your feet a little close together. Rotate side to side. Just an easy rotation. Easy rotation side to side. Come back to the front. Roll your shoulders back. Now tilt your head to the right. Lift up and tilt your head to the left. And lift up. Big deep breath in, both hands up. Exhale, open through the front of your body. Roll your shoulders back. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel strong and stable through your midsection. We worked on core stabilization, so this is great for your back and your posture.